What I'm about to share might shake you to your core. It's vital that you listen closely and keep an open mind, because this message, it's not for everyone. You're about to witness a revelation exclusively for the chosen ones. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you're not one of the chosen, there's a good chance you won't make it to the end of this video. You might feel an urge to click away, to dismiss this as nonsense, and that's okay. If this doesn't resonate with your soul, if it doesn't set your spirit on fire, then by all means, feel free to move on. But if you are truly one of the chosen, everything I'm about to explain will click into place like the final piece of a cosmic puzzle. You'll feel it in your bones, that deep-seated recognition that yes, this is meant for you. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That nagging sense that you're meant for something more, that the life you're living right now is just a fraction of what you're capable of. Well, buckle up, because I'm about to confirm your wildest suspicions and then some. What if I told you that every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt you've experienced wasn't just random bad luck? What if it was all part of a grand design, preparing you for a comeback so epic it'll leave the world speechless? Sounds crazy, right? Too good to be true? That's exactly what they want you to think. The system, society, the naysayers, they've all been working overtime to keep you small, to keep you in line, but not anymore. Today, we're blowing the lid off this cosmic conspiracy. You see, you're not just another face in the crowd. You're a chosen one, handpicked by the universe for greatness. And those trials and tribulations you've been facing, they're not punishments. They're your training ground. Now, I know what you're thinking. Me? Chosen? You've got to be kidding. But here's the kicker. That doubt, that disbelief, it's the final hurdle you need to overcome. It's the last test before your grand awakening. So here's the deal. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the 5 secret stages every chosen one must go through before their triumphant return. This isn't some feel-good fluff or motivational mumbo-jumbo. This is the raw, unfiltered truth about your destiny and how to claim it. But fair warning, once you hear this, there's no going back. You'll see the world differently. You'll see yourself differently. And that comfortable, safe little life you've been living, it's going to seem like a distant dream compared to the extraordinary future that awaits you. So, are you ready to step into your power? Are you prepared to embrace your destiny as one of the chosen? If your heart's racing, if you can feel the energy coursing through your veins, then stick around, because what I'm about to share is going to change everything. Your epic comeback starts now. Life's a roller coaster, isn't it? 1 minute you're on top of the world, the next you're wondering how you'll make it through the day. But here's the kicker. Those gut-wrenching, palm-sweating moments, they're not just random acts of cosmic cruelty. They're the universe's way of saying, hey, you've got something special inside you. Think about it. When was the last time you faced a challenge that made you want to throw in the towel? Maybe it was a job loss, a relationship breakdown, or a health scare that knocked you for 6. Most folks would have crumbled under that pressure. But you're still standing, aren't you? That's because you've got something that can't be taught. An unquenchable strength. It's like a fire in your belly that refuses to go out, no matter how hard life tries to douse it. And let me tell you, that fire, it's proof that you're one of the chosen ones. Now, Don't get me wrong. Being chosen doesn't mean you're destined for an easy ride. Quite the opposite, actually. It means you're built to withstand the storms that would wash away the average Joe. You're the oak tree that bends, but doesn't break in the gale force winds of life. Remember that time you thought you couldn't go on? When the weight of the world was crushing down on your shoulders, and you could barely catch your breath? Yeah, that moment. The one where you somehow found the strength to take one more step, to push through one more day. That wasn't luck, my friend. That was your inner warrior showing its true colors. You see, life has a funny way of testing those with the greatest potential. It's like the universe is saying, "All right, hotshot. You think you're tough? Let's see what you're really made of." And every single time, you've risen to the challenge. You've looked adversity in the eye and said, "Is that all you've got?" But here's the real secret. Those challenges, they're not just tests. They're training grounds. Every obstacle you overcome, every setback you bounce back from, it's all preparation for something bigger. You're being forged in the fires of adversity, tempered like steel, becoming stronger and more resilient with each passing day. Think of it like this. You're not just surviving these trials, you're thriving because of them. Each challenge is a chance to flex those mental muscles, to prove to yourself and the world that you're made of sterner stuff. It's like going to the gym for your soul. Sure, it hurts like hell at the time, but man, does it make you stronger? So the next time life throws you a curveball, don't duck. Stand tall, square your shoulders, and get ready to knock it out of the park. Because that's what chosen ones do. They don't just weather the storm. They dance in the rain, knowing that each droplet is making them stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the greatness that awaits them. Remember, the toughest battles are reserved for the strongest soldiers. And you, my friend, are proving yourself to be one hell of a warrior. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep believing, because the world needs more unquenchable spirits like yours to light the way for others. Life's got a funny way of mixing things up, doesn't it? Just when you think you've got it all figured out, bam, it throws you a curveball that leaves you spinning. But here's the thing. Those moments of chaos, they're not just random acts of universal mischief. They're the building blocks of your epic comeback story. Think about it. Every struggle you've faced, every obstacle you've overcome, it's all been preparing you for something big. Something that's going to leave folks slack-jawed and wondering, how on earth did they pull that off? Because let's face it, transformation isn't for the faint of heart. It's for the warriors, the dreamers, the ones who refuse to stay down when life knocks them flat. You've been through the ringer, haven't you? Maybe you've lost a job, ended a relationship, or faced a health scare that shook you to your core. Those moments where you felt like you were drowning, gasping for air, they weren't the end of your story. They were the beginning of your transformation. It's like you're a caterpillar, wrapped up tight in a cocoon. From the outside, it might look like nothing's happening, but inside, you're going through a total metamorphosis. Every setback, every failure, every moment of doubt, they're all part of the process of becoming who you're meant to be. Now, let's get real for a second. Transformation isn't all rainbows and butterflies. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and sometimes it downright hurts. But that's the point. You can't become a diamond without some pressure. You can't become steel without going through the fire. So, What does this transformation journey look like in real life? It's different for everyone, but there are some common threads. Maybe it's finally having the courage to quit that soul-sucking job and start the business you've been dreaming about for years. Or perhaps it's deciding to prioritize your health, trading in those late-night pizza binges for early morning jogs and green smoothies. For some, the transformation might be more internal. It could be learning to love yourself, flaws and all. Or maybe it's finding the strength to forgive someone who hurt you deeply, not for their sake, but for your own peace of mind. Whatever your journey looks like, remember this: it's not about becoming a completely different person. It's about becoming more you, the real you, the you that's been hiding beneath layers of fear, doubt, and other people's expectations. And here's the kicker: your transformation isn't just about you. It's about everyone around you too. Because when you change, when you grow, when you become the best version of yourself, you inspire others to do the same. You become a living, breathing example of what's possible when someone refuses to give up on themselves. So embrace the struggle. Welcome the challenges. They're not roadblocks. They're stepping stones. Each one is bringing you closer to your grand reveal, your moment in the spotlight where everyone will see the incredible person you've become. And trust me, when that moment comes, it'll be worth every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, because you won't just be standing there as a survivor. You'll be standing there as a victor, a transformation warrior, ready to take on whatever life throws at you next. Remember, the caterpillar doesn't know it's going to become a butterfly. It just follows its instincts, trusts the process, and emerges as something beautiful and free. That's you, right now. You're in the middle of your own incredible transformation. And when you finally spread your wings, well, let's just say the world better be ready for your flight. Ever feel like you're trudging through an endless desert? The sun's beating down, your feet are sinking in the sand, and that oasis you've been chasing seems to get further away with every step. Yeah, we've all been there. But here's the thing: that desert, it's not just a barren wasteland, it's your proving ground. In life, we all hit patches where everything seems to be working against us. It's like the universe decided to turn up the heat and see what we're really made of. Your job's a drag, your relationships are on the rocks, and your dreams, they're starting to feel like mirages shimmering in the distance. But hang on a second. What if I told you that this desert, this seemingly endless stretch of hardship, is actually the most important part of your journey? It's in these moments of extreme difficulty that we discover who we really are and what we're capable of. Think about it. When life's a breeze, when everything's coming up roses, do we really grow? Do we push ourselves to be better, to dig deeper? Nah, we coast. It's only when we're faced with challenges that seem insurmountable that we're forced to level up. Let's break it down. Say you've lost your job. It feels like the end of the world, right? But what if it's actually the universe's way of pushing you towards that business you've always dreamed of starting? Or maybe you're going through a tough breakup. It hurts like hell. But what if it's clearing the way for you to meet someone who truly gets you? These desert moments, they're not just random acts of cruelty. They're opportunities for self-discovery and growth. They're the times when you find out what you're really made of. Remember that old saying, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." Well, it's not just a cliche. It's the truth. Every step you take through this metaphorical desert is building your resilience, your determination, your grit. You're becoming tougher than you ever thought possible. So how do you navigate this desert? First off, keep moving. Even if it's just baby steps, progress is progress. Set small, achievable goals for yourself. Maybe it's applying for one job a day, or spending 15 minutes working on that side hustle. Whatever it is, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Next, find your oasis. No, I'm not talking about some mirage in the distance. I'm talking about the things that refresh your soul and keep you going. Maybe it's a daily meditation practice, or a weekly call with your best friend. Find those moments of respite and cherish them. And here's a pro tip: use this time to shed the dead weight. Just like a camel crossing the desert, you need to travel light. What beliefs, habits, or even relationships are holding you back? Now's the time to let them go. Remember, the desert doesn't last forever. Every step you take is bringing you closer to the other side. And when you finally reach it, man, the view is going to be spectacular, because you won't just be seeing a lush, green landscape. You'll be seeing it through the eyes of someone who's been transformed by the journey. You'll have a strength you never knew you possessed, a resilience that can weather any storm, and a deep understanding of who you truly are. That's the gift of the desert. It strips away everything that's not essential and leaves you with your core, unbreakable and ready for whatever comes next. So next time you feel like you're lost in the desert, remember, you're not just surviving, you're evolving. Every grain of sand beneath your feet is a testament to your strength, your courage, and your unwavering spirit. Keep going. Your oasis isn't just a mirage. It's waiting for you on the other side of this challenge. You know that moment when you're staring at yourself in the mirror and suddenly it hits you. That lightning bolt of clarity that makes you go, "Whoa, who am I really?" That's not just a random thought, my friend. That's the start of your inner awakening. And let me tell you, it's about to change everything. We're talking about a journey that goes way deeper than any desert trek or transformation. This is about peeling back the layers of who you think you are to discover the powerhouse that's been hiding underneath all along. It's like you've been wearing a mask your whole life, and now you're finally brave enough to take it off. Think about it. How many times have you pushed aside that little voice in your head, the one that whispers, "Hey, you're meant for more than this"? Maybe you've been too busy, too scared, or too caught up in what everyone else thinks you should be doing. But here's the kicker: that voice. It's the real you trying to break free. So what does this inner awakening look like? Well, it's different for everyone, but there are some telltale signs. Maybe you start questioning things you've always taken for granted. Why am I in this job? Is this relationship really right for me? What do I actually want out of life? These aren't just idle thoughts. They're your inner compass pointing you towards your true north. And let me tell you, following that compass can be scary as hell. It might mean walking away from the life you've built, the identity you've crafted. But trust me, it's worth it. Because here's the thing: when you start tuning into your inner voice, you start to realize just how powerful you really are. All those challenges you've faced, they weren't just random obstacles. They were preparing you for this moment, this awakening. Think of it like this: you've been through the fire, right? You've weathered storms that would have knocked most people flat. And sure, maybe you've got a few scars to show for it. But those scars, They're not signs of weakness. They're proof of your resilience, your strength, your unbreakable spirit. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This inner awakening stuff, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes it means facing some hard truths about yourself and your life. It might mean admitting you've been on the wrong path, or that you've been letting fear hold you back. But here's the beautiful part. Once you start this journey of self-discovery, you can't unsee what you've seen. You can't unfeel what you've felt. And that, my friend, is where your true power lies. So how do you tap into this inner awakening? Start by getting quiet, and I mean really quiet. Turn off the TV, put down your phone, and just sit with yourself. Try meditating for just 5 minutes a day. You'd be amazed at what bubbles up when you give your mind some space to breathe. Next, start asking yourself the big questions. What lights you up? What makes you lose track of time? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Don't censor yourself. Let your imagination run wild. And here's a pro tip. Start journaling. Get all those thoughts swirling around in your head down on paper. You might be surprised at the wisdom that flows out when you give it a chance. Remember, this inner awakening isn't about becoming someone new. It's about becoming more you. The real you. The you that's been waiting to emerge all along. As you go through this process, you'll start to notice changes. Maybe you'll feel more confident, more at peace. Maybe you'll find yourself drawn to new opportunities, new people who align with your true self. And the best part? This inner awakening isn't just for you. As you step into your power, as you embrace your true self, you become a beacon for others. You show them what's possible when you have the courage to look inside and love what you find. So go ahead, take that first step. Look in the mirror and really see yourself. Because the person staring back at you, they're amazing, they're powerful, and they're ready to take on the world. Your inner awakening is calling. Are you ready to answer? Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a stage, heart pounding, palms sweaty, the crowd's buzzing with anticipation. They've heard rumors, whispers of your journey, but they have no idea what's coming. As you step into the spotlight, there's a collective gasp. Because you're not the same person who left. You're transformed, radiant, unstoppable. This, my friend, is your triumphant return. Now, let's be real. This isn't just about some grand Hollywood-style comeback. This is about you, stepping back into your life with a fire in your eyes and an unshakable belief in yourself. It's about showing the world, and more importantly, yourself, what you're truly capable of. Think about where you've been, the desert you've crossed, the inner battles you've fought, the person you've become. All of that. It wasn't for nothing. It was preparation. Training for this very moment. You see, your triumphant return isn't just about you bouncing back. It's about you bouncing back higher than you ever were before. It's about taking all those lessons, all that growth, and channeling it into something spectacular. Maybe your return looks like finally launching that business you've been dreaming about. Imagine the look on people's faces when they realize that the person they wrote off as a failure is now running a successful company. Or perhaps it's about rekindling relationships, showing up as a better partner, friend, or parent than you ever were before. For some, the triumphant return might be more personal. It could be finally looking in the mirror and loving the person you see. Or maybe it's about conquering that fear that's held you back for so long. Imagine the rush of skydiving when you used to be afraid of heights, or giving a TEDx talk when you once couldn't even speak up in a meeting. Whatever form your return takes, know this: it's going to shake people up. Some folks might not know how to handle the new you. That's okay. Your journey isn't about them. It's about you stepping into your power and owning your story. So how do you make this triumphant return happen? First off, own your journey. Every stumble, every fall, every moment of doubt, it's all part of your story. Don't shy away from it. Use it. Let it fuel you. Next, set your sights high. Really high? Remember, you're not the same person you were before. You're stronger, wiser, more resilient. So dream big. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? And here's a key point. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Your return doesn't have to be flawless. It just has to be authentic. So take that first step, even if it's wobbly. Launch that business, even if it's not perfect. Share your story, even if your voice shakes. Because here's the truth: your imperfections, they're what make you relatable. They're what make your triumph inspiring to others. As you make your return, remember to celebrate every win, no matter how small. Did you finally send that email you've been putting off? Celebrate it. Did you stand up for yourself in a meeting? That's worth a victory dance. Each of these moments is a step in your triumphant return. And here's the beautiful part: your return isn't just about you. It's about everyone you inspire along the way. When you show up, fully yourself, owning your journey, you give others permission to do the same. You become living proof of what's possible when someone refuses to give up, when they choose to rise despite the odds. So get ready, world. Your triumphant return is coming. It might not be televised. It might not make headlines, but it's going to change everything. Because when you step back into your life, fully awaken to your power, fully embracing your journey, you don't just change your own story. You change the story of everyone around you. You become a beacon of hope, a testament to the human spirit's resilience. You show others that no matter how dark the night, dawn always comes. And when it does, you'll be standing there, arms wide open, ready to embrace the incredible life that's waiting for you. Your triumphant return isn't just a moment. It's a mindset. It's a way of living that says, I've been through the fire, and I've come out stronger. So hold your head high, square your shoulders, and step into the spotlight, because your time is now, and the world is waiting to see just how brightly you can shine. Previous content remains the same. And there you have it, the secret roadmap of the chosen ones, the blueprint for your epic comeback. But here's the million-dollar question. What are you going to do with this knowledge? Are you going to let it sit in the back of your mind, a fascinating idea that never sees the light of day? Or are you going to take this moment, right here, right now, and use it as the catalyst for the most incredible transformation of your life? Because let's be real, knowing you're chosen isn't enough. It's what you do with that knowledge that counts. So let me ask you, what would your life look like if you truly embraced your role as a chosen one? How would it feel to wake up every morning, bursting with purpose and passion? What could you achieve if you channeled all that untapped potential into your goals and dreams? Imagine the look on people's faces when you make your triumphant return. Picture the awe in their eyes as they witness the new you. Confident, powerful, unstoppable. Can you feel the rush of energy just thinking about it? Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. Are you ready to step up and claim your birthright as one of the chosen? Are you prepared to leave behind the old you, the doubts, the fears, the limitations, and step into your true power? If you're nodding your head, if you can feel your heart racing with excitement, then it's time to take action. Right now, in this very moment, make a commitment to yourself. Promise that you'll no longer play small. Vow to embrace every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Pledge to show up every day as the chosen one you truly are. But don't stop there. Share your commitment in the comments below. Let the world know that you're ready to rise. Because when you declare your intentions, when you put your dreams out into the universe, magic happens. Opportunities appear. Doors open. And remember, this journey isn't just about you. As you rise, you lift others with you. Your comeback will inspire countless others to embrace their own power, to recognize the chosen one within themselves. You're not just changing your life, you're changing the world. So, are you in? Are you ready to embark on this incredible journey? If so, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning. We've got so much more to explore, so many more secrets to uncover on your path to greatness. Your epic comeback starts now. The world is waiting. Show them what a chosen one can do. Thanks for watching.